Good evening, sir. Welcome to the Adama space station. I gather this visit is because you'll be traveling through to the surface of Hoth.
I did not come here to share my plans with ensigns.
Oh, I didn't mean to pry, sir. I've been assigned to assist you. I'll be scanning you so I can customize your cold weather equipment. Then I'll arrange your briefing. There we are. As you're on the VIP list, Lieutenant Halpern will brief you. He's in the theatre. Good day.
Good to have you with us. The men were wondering if they'd get to see the VIP. Ostensibly, the conflict on Hoth is over salvage from a battle that happened above the planet. In reality, it is our trap for the Republic.
I hadn't heard anything about a trap on Hoth. Explain.
The fight with the Republic has lasted for years now. The objective on Hoth is not to end the battle, but to sustain it. We want our forces small and mobile, and while the Republic keeps chasing victory, we bleed them dry of personnel and equipment.
You'll need good intelligence for that.
It is a certainty, sir. Good to have you on board.
Sir, forgive the interruption. I brought by your survival equipment.
We were just finishing, Ensign.
This should keep your core body temperature up. When you're ready, report to a pilot in the shuttle bay for transport to the planet.
Colonel Vanis at Dawn Base will be waiting for you. Good luck down there.
End of the line. Everybody out. You've got a meeting with Commander Triton.
My briefing said I was to meet a Colonel Vanis.
I don't know anything about that. Commander Triton's the one listed as in charge now. I'm sure he can fill you in on the story. I need to de-ice the shuttle here.
Your advice boils down to doing nothing, and that I cannot do.
Sir, I respect your bravery, but if you see this through personally, you will be dead. And whose leadership will we have then? Ah, the agent. It's good you've arrived. This is Commander Triton, and I am his advisor, Udris.
Lieutenant Halpern sent word you would be coming, and we've never had greater need of you.
Colonel Vanis, the commander of this base, is missing. We fear he's dead, along with all the most experienced men from this base.
To lose one officer is a casualty. To lose them all sounds like a coup.
I assure you, the last thing I wanted was leadership of this base. I had zero choice in the matter. The Colonel went out to investigate evidence of a possible spy probe near the ice lake. He was under heavy guard.
We received a distress call. It was obvious he found trouble.
Scout 1 to Dawn Base! Heavy casualties! Taking heavy casualties! We're under attack! We can't see the...
Recordings don't frighten me. I'll go see if I can find out what happened.
Our best case scenario is that Colonel Vanis's communications tipped off the Republic, and he's gone quiet.
If I were out in that cold, I'd have called for a rescue. If you can find the Colonel, everyone on this base is in your debt.
I found Colonel Vanis. He was dead. Murdered by Republic Tals.
Tals. That would make sense. Cold adapted, Republic aligned. I've not killed their kind before. What about you, Commander?
What? Yes, of course.
The base awaits your orders, Commander.
We are having deep morale issues in the forward outpost. I must show them that we can triumph without Colonel Vanis. Now is the time for reprisals. These chittering animals will not get away with this. I want 10 of the Republic to suffer for every one of ours dead. I want every last Tolls wiped out, their heads on sticks out in the frost.
I don't normally do massacres, but today isn't normal.
Yes, but any campaign of extermination must be predicated by knowing how many of the enemy there are. A covert action is advisable, or we'll end up wiping out one group and causing the rest to go into hiding. I have data arrays we could install in their communications link. If we did that, we could locate and estimate their numbers before we hit them.
They weren't carrying handheld comms. They've probably got way stations. I can bug those.
This sounds plausible. As much as I hate to admit it, Udris is usually right about these things.
Commander! Come in, Commander!
Go ahead, Scout 5.
We found a nest of Tolls on the ice lake. Too many to engage. Transmitting coordinates now.
Our luck is changing. If we can get those arrays into whatever they're using for communications, we'll soon know what we need.
When you're done, report to the forward outpost. It's closer to the lake, and the men there can see your success in person.
Good to hear from you. We've been receiving the feed from the data arrays, and what we've learned is quite interesting. We had assumed there were one, perhaps two groups of Tals out there. We found 6. Had we attacked earlier, we would have gotten one group and the other 5 would have gone to ground.
I'm very good at my work.
I will not underestimate the Tals. Complacency is what got the Colonel killed.
The good part is we know how many Tals there are. And the bad part is we don't have enough forces to hit all 6 groups at once. We have devised a plan to put the Tals in position for a killing blow. Their supplies, weapons, medical equipment and the high-calorie food they require, all of it is stored in one central location. They may be adapted to the cold, but without their supplies they wouldn't last a week. So we will destroy their cache.
So instead of fighting Tals, you want us to fight hungry, angry Tals?
They should be able to mount one counterattack before hunger weakens them. If I were them, and suddenly without food, I would raid this base. So we will amplify our defenses here and spring the trap shut. Unfortunately, getting at their supplies may be difficult. They are in a series of ice caves overrun by Wampers.
Is there anything important on this planet that isn't in some snow creature's freezer?
I suspect taking over a cave was faster than digging their own shelter, though I'm not sure how they dominate the Wampers.
All the more reason to bring back their equipment. We could learn much from the Tals.
The last thing you'd want to do in a Wamper cave is weigh yourself down.
You'd be surprised how much I can carry.
Very well then. Who am I to say if you've gone mad? Take anything of theirs that gives them aid or comfort. Make them come crawling. Let them know who the masters of this miserable world are.
I believe you requested Tals supplies, Captain Udrus.
Excellent. I will search through this once the coming battle is over.
Which won't be long. Our sensors will catch the Tals and our anti-personnel guns will obliterate them.
Commander! Commander! There's reports of a Tals attack.
Excellent. What wing are they headed for?
No wing, sir. They're at the power station. They're overrunning the guards. They brought bombs.
These Tals have no fear. Even when their army is at its last breath, they want to take us down with them.
If they kill the power station, we'll have no heat. We'll have to evacuate or we won't last past nightfall.
I'll head there immediately.
I'll call for reinforcements from a Deimos orbital. They should be able to land within the hour. Just get to that power station, and quickly.
The Empire cares for its assets. As long as I am one, I've got no complaints.
Lieutenant Oron reporting in, my lord. Our company is on the ground and we have secured the perimeter.
That's good news.
We'll finish up here. If you return to Dawn Base, Commander Triton will no doubt want to congratulate you in person.
And you say the entire Tals force was held off by one person? And they're not even a Sith? It sounds incredible, to be sure, but here, I'll let you talk directly. Sir, our gratitude is overwhelming. We were just talking about you. May I introduce Moff Braynor, Overseer of the Hoth system, among others.
I heard you telling them off the good news.
Yes. You saved us from giving a much bleaker report.
If not for you, Dawn Base would have been lost, and all the outposts that depend on it. It is for that reason I ask you your opinion.
Would you say Commander Triton or Chiss Captain Udris was more instrumental in the base's defense?
Captain Udris's advice formed most of our key strategies. We relied on him heavily.
That is as I expected. Very well. Captain Udris, you are now Colonel Udris. I am putting the base's welfare in your hands until further notice.
It seems you've broken down a few barriers, Colonel Udris.
I thank you. This is unprecedented. You do me great honor, Moff Braynor. I will have the base at inspection quality immediately.
Sir, if I might ask, do you think the enlisted men will have a problem taking orders from Colonel Udris?
You mean will they refuse orders from a Chiss? They will at first. Then they will be made examples.
Make it clear what happens to the disobedient, and you will do fine.
That is correct. The fastest remedies to insubordination are force and fear.
I will keep that in mind, Moff Braynor. Thank you.
That will be all.
Well, that went better than expected.
I suppose we should be happy we don't have pirate problems here.
He's referring to another security failure. Captain Revan at Leth Outpost lost a reactor substation to the White Maw pirates. We have asked much of you, but Captain Revan has not, and his soldiers desperately need relief at the Leth Outpost. If you have the time, look in on them.
What is this? I asked not to be disturbed. Ah, it is you. Commander Triton and that Chiss fellow spoke well of you. Make yourself at home. I was busy calculating our chances in case the Republic attacks. It looks grim. If they bring a force of any real size, we're doomed.
Don't focus on possibilities. Focus on what we will do.
The best force multiplier would be installing more automated guns, which we have. However, they eat power. What we really need is to tap into the nearby geothermal power substation, but it's been taken by the White Maw. We don't have the manpower to take on those pirates, and we've got a base that'll black out in any sustained fight with the Republic.
Criminals are no threat to me. Frozen ones less so.
The White Maw's Hawks are more like an army than criminals. Our kill ratio for them is about 1 to 10. This is an energy coupling you'll need to install when you've eliminated all resistance. It should divert flow back to the outpost. With that power, our guns will be operational and give us a fighting chance. Go in strength. You did it. We're running on geothermal power now. We blew a circuit when it came on, but that was easily fixed. Did the Hawks prove difficult?
They proved clumsy and stupid. I could have fought twice that number.
I thought as much. The White Maw have a good kill ratio versus regular troops, but non-standard tactics like yours eat them up. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to oversee the deployment of our sensors and weapons. We've already begun the installation of our defense systems, and we're on schedule to be done before nightfall.
Sir, the Republic frequencies are alive with chatter. They somehow knew we had a power surge just now, so I swept for bugs and I found this. An energy monitor.
Do we have a spy or a traitor?
Based on the Republic's internal communications, they had this installed long before we took over this outpost. I only looked because the Republic chatter was so obviously shocked by the influx of power. They won't attack here. They'll bomb the main geothermal reactor to black out the entire sector.
Do you agree that's the most likely target?
If the grid goes cold, it'll get rid of all the pirates plugged into it too. It's a solid win for the Republic.
They'll have to cut through the Ortolan workers there and the White Maw pirates, but they're sending Zero Squad snowtroopers. If I were a gambler like the captain here, I'd bet on them.
No time to lose.
Zero Squad is the Republic's best. If you defeat them, just think of the humiliation.
All civilians need to evacuate the station. Step away from the console with your hands on your head. I said, step away from the console with your hands on your head.
Sorry to interrupt.
Intruders! I've got intruders in the shaft room!
la monnoia. Oi la lula. Cosa san suga na nano no. Na no la do nano. Una nulazzo.
Why should you tell me?
Urla da bada, parlada budai, non bada do bada do ballo. Urla no raro do bada do la bada do no na normalo. Urla also na menelo da bada do snero la na go timo.
You provide the expertise, and the Empire will provide protection.
There they are! Get them!
It's over. The reactor is secure, and the Empire now has a deal with the Ordnance.
I was hoping they'd stay on. The last time we took over a reactor, we had to translate all their labels into BASIC. I'll ask Command to send reinforcements there. Looks like we're going to be holding some ground after all.
This planet should be about winning instead of stalemates.
I'm fond of the exhaustion strategy myself. We've cost the Republic 10 times what we're worth. But let's not talk theory when the real world demands our attention. The captain of Thesh outpost on the glacier requires help. He's been wounded, and his outpost is battling a group of survivalist fanatics called the Hailstorm Brotherhood. You could make the difference.
I can't promise anything.
That is as much as I can ask. We must all look out for ourselves.
Please return to the medical bay. You may further injure yourself by walking.
I heard you the first 5 times. Now be silent. I have an outpost to defend. So, you made it past the pass in the mountains. I'm surprised the Hailstorm Brotherhood let anyone through.
Who's in this Brotherhood, exactly?
They're a cult within the White Maw pirates, humans from some other ice planet that test themselves living in the cold. They survive in the snow even better than the Tals, and they've cut us off from any hope of supplies. You see this wound? Dressed it with seasonings from the rations when we ran out of Kolto. In a few days, we'll be eating boot leather to survive.
Are you going to take this indignity from a handful of pirates?
We're weaker from hunger than I'd like to say. They're starving us out, and it's working. One defeat will be our last. What about you? Could you face them?
They'll never know what hit them.
Good. Bleed them white, so that any who find the bodies know the might of the Empire. Then, when you have the bodies piled... curse it, another stitch.
Sir, I did say you need to be on bed rest.
Very well. The Brotherhood like to use downed speeders as bait. They should be easy enough to find. Good hunting.
I found the Hailstorm Brotherhood you spoke of. The pass is clear.
Is that so? Glad to hear their bodies are finally getting colder. Those maniacs have laughed at us for far too long. But here's something they don't know. We found out where they hide. The Hailstorm Brotherhood make camp in an open-air fortress cut out of the ice, not far from here. I guess caves were too easy. They obey what their beloved Master Sav tells them to. He's their legend, a man who can survive anywhere. Kill the head of their little personality cult, and the body will fall apart.
He's got Master in his name. Is he on the Jedi Council? Or is it just a nickname?
We assume he doesn't use the Force, or else he wouldn't be able to teach his skills to so many. He's tapped into something in the human body which makes him and his followers plenty dangerous. If you go into that ice fortress, don't give him any chances.
Criminals, no matter how hardy, will not defy our Empire.
Good. Once he and his followers are scattered, we'll be able to get what we need shipped here from Dawn Base. Until then, we'll hold out. There's no way this filth will win through attrition. When you kill him, you let him know what a mistake he made leaving me alive.
It seems you have some skill, stranger.
You are not the effete little warriors they usually send our way. I suppose you were also the one who slew so many in the White Ridge Hills.
Your men are dead, buried in the snow. I am here.
I had expected more hatred from a foe we have beaten and starved. But perhaps you are not from the outpost, are you? No, them I know. You are something different. You do as I do. You compete to out-compete. For you, I have a challenge.
Do your worst.
I speak of the crypt, where only the truly strong dare fight. Its fog will soak you through in seconds and steal all warmth from your body. It is then we discover who we truly are. Join me in battle, one against one, fighting for our lives. Nothing is more pure, in this world or any other.
Then we will meet in this crypt.
Yes, and there you will meet Oblivion.
Master Sav. Master Sav. You've killed him.
You can't say he wasn't asking for it.
Yes, I heard him rant, as he so often does. Master Sav believed nothing could kill him. We walked in his footsteps, testing the limits of the body. But it's clear from your ordeal in the crypt that you surpassed him.
Do I have to take on the rest of you crazies?
No. Your potential is rare and inspiring. I would no sooner destroy you than tear apart a priceless painting. With the proper technique, you might resist the elements as we do. I would be honored for you to learn from me.
If you feel you can teach me.
Sit with me then. Close your eyes and breathe. Each of us has a fire burning within our body. If tended to, it can blaze hot enough to protect us. Good. I see the signs in you. With practice, the cold will hold no danger to you. Now I will gather the rest of the Brotherhood and leave this planet. If you see a Hailstorm brother from this moment on, they are not loyal to me. Deal with them as you see fit.
Master Sav is dead, and his successor is leaving for another planet. I trust this will help.
You are a drink of water to a dying man. Yes, it will help us greatly. I'm contacting Dawn Base. They should be able to bring us supplies if the Brotherhood is truly leaving the mountain passes. But Master Sav was just one of many. Soon we'll go after the big game. Boss Undro, Ellis Tarn, and the other White Maw kingpins.
How do I get in on this?
Admiral Holtz is going to order an attack on key White Maw members, but I don't know when or how. Fixer 308 at Xeric Outpost would have the details. The outpost's in the ship graveyard, prime White Maw turf. If anyone's come up with a way to hammer the pirates right off this rock, the Fixer would know. Give her a try.
In conclusion, Admiral, this seems like the most opportune window we'll get. All I need is the go-ahead.
At least with my approval. Fixer, you may brief the volunteers and commence with the mission. Over and out.
Ah, there you are. I'm Fixer 308. We've been planning for your arrival ever since we heard about your success with the Tolls.
Glad I could lend a hand.
We want you to handle something for us. The White Maw has been damaged enough to call a meeting of their gangs. The loss of a power station was a bigger blow than we thought. Every one of their gangs will be represented. We intend to get you into that meeting and have you capture or kill everyone present. The hard part is getting there.
Guards and walls have never kept me out before.
That part of the plan I trust to you. But there's more. The shuttles of the leader's trusted captains will have the meeting's coordinates programmed into their navicomputers. What you'll need to do is find a lieutenant with a shuttle, kill him, and get his access card to steal his ship. Once you get access to the shuttle, fly it to their hideout, track down the gang leaders, and take them out. Can you do that?
Shall I do this with or without a blindfold?
Here's a dossier on the leaders to terminate, so you'll be able to identify them. Our psych profiles indicate that, given the opportunity, some of them may surrender. It's up to you. Lastly, if you find an opportunity to search their files, take it. There's no telling what secrets these malcontents have hidden away.
We've heard enough alarms. The time has come to move our base of operations to Lorimar.
Why go to Lorimar when nothing can reach us here? The guards will handle whatever intruders at the door.
I don't agree.
Skoribo foremita dosium. Moflaska ki kafi mamugut tu flator.
I don't know who you think you are, but you made a bad mistake opening this door.
Esa silgo terbena ser zet lakata.
I offer refuge for anyone who leaves the White Maw now. All others will die.
What, no one? I'll accept. This isn't going to end well.
Don't be naive! It's a trick!
Naive is following you and thinking we're going to defeat the Empire.
So be it, traitor.
I did what you wanted. There were complications, but it's been handled.
I was dreading telling the rest of intelligence that I'd gotten you killed. So the White Maw finally falls. I wonder, was this the nerve center of their operation, or are their valuables hidden elsewhere?
I found a place called Lorimar in their databanks. It's likely their stash is there.
Lorimar. I wonder if that has to do with the inventor, Lorimar. He was quite a droid maker before he vanished a decade or so back. We should probably send a salvage team to investigate. But seeing as you trusted me with this information, I think I'll mark the area as unsecured until you're finished with it. That way the reclamation service doesn't get first crack.
I'll head there immediately.
Thank you. I doubt I could have trusted someone else to bring this operation to a close.
I am Heavy Resource Recovery Machine 5. I will not allow you to open the cases. Do you understand?
It's okay. I'm a member of the White Maw.
No exceptions are made for White Maw members. Step away from the cases. Neutralization mode engaged.
I went to the pirates' hideout. I found this neural chipset for a battle droid. I think Lorimar designed it.
Well, the stamp seems consistent with his work. Wait, it's brilliant. He's solved the traditional limitations of a chipset brain. Hold on a moment, I need to make a call. Admiral, we've recovered a battle droid neural chipset from the White Maw. It's the advancement we've been waiting for.
From the White Maw? What are they doing with tech like that?
Why didn't you say something about this earlier?
Frankly, I wasn't sure the engineering was possible.
We didn't even know it was more than theory. An innovation like this, its value is a different magnitude.
And a reproducible brain like this, far beyond war droids, producing it would be its own industry.
I live to serve the Emperor, my people.
Thanking you for something on this scale seems trite. But thank you.
I'll get this to the space station at once, and then alert the reclamation service to the area. There's no telling what else they might find in there, and you've delivered it to us on a plate.